Welcome. Welcome. My name is Richard.
I'm Paul.
And I'm on drugs.
He is.
If I appear to be strange...
than normal.
Don't make me laugh, I can't laugh, it hurts. I have a bad back. My bad back, Jenny. No, don't. I can't laugh. I can't laugh and I can't cough.
No.
Because it's too painful, even though I am on pain relief. Yeah. For more on my bad back journey. Watch my daily vlogs.
Yeah.
You'll see the slow progression into crippledom.
It has got worse this week, hasn't it? You're feeling a little bit better today.
Well, I'm feeling better because I'm high as a kite. Codeine is my friend. It's like Valley of the Dolls in this house at the moment, I tell you. Don't take my dolls away. I need them.
Oh, I love Valley of the Dolls.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Brilliant.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I've got the book.
Yeah, you.
I've got the book.
You've got the book. It's on the bookshelf. Funnily enough.
I thought once I'd watched the film, which I saw many, many years ago. We watched it again about 4 years ago or something. I loved it, absolutely loved it. And then I saw the book and I thought, well, I better have that.
Well, it's kind of got all those sort of, it's kind of like a soap opera. I mean, it's like one of those sort of films that really tells a good yarn in a really sort of soap opera-y fashion.
Yeah.
A bit like Gone with the Wind. You'd never seen Gone with the Wind until I said, oh, let's watch Gone with the Wind. And you said, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I can't believe you've never seen it.
All the way through. You know, it was one of those bits, it was one of those films I'd seen bits of, but I'd never seen all the way through.
It's a ripping yarn, isn't it? I mean, that's the thing. And it's also, I mean, Gone with the Wind is a spectacle for the eyes as well. It's such a colourful, well-filmed piece. Just takes you along for the ride. Yeah, which is where I'm going at the moment. Everything's a ride. The whole day's a ride.
So how did this come about, do you think?
What?
You're back.
I think it's because I moved some water bottles the other day at work.
Right.
Did it the right way, bent my knees, all of that stuff. Didn't feel anything at all. I didn't go, oh shit, my back, or anything like that, which I normally do. And then the next day I thought, oh, that's twingy, and then bang, it's like really, really bad. But I mean, I literally can't walk.
Well, you can.
I can, but I look like a cripple.
So actually you saying, I literally can't walk is literally incorrect.
I look like I'm doing a Tina Turner dance when I walk.
You do, yeah. Or
slowly.
Or rushing slowly to the toilet, yes.
Very slowly. Yeah. I had to walk to work, because I went to work, and I had to hobble to work, staying near to walls as I went, just in case. I know. Just ridiculous. Anywho, this show is called
Sunday Chat.
Welcome, bloody welcome for tuning into yet another episode.
Scintillating episode in our lives.
Scintillating episode of enjoyability and other things.
Yeah.
That have words to describe them.
Most things have words to describe them.
Yes, but I can't necessarily... Oh, that's a blank page,
Whizzy helicopter.
That's a blank page.
That is, yeah.
Oh, that's the one with writing on it. You alright?
That's a creaky door.
You don't need to act all weird. I can do that for both of us today.
I know you can.
So
he couldn't even lift the light thing up that we've got here.
I can't bend. I can stretch, I can go up, but I can't go down.
There we are.
That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job, really.
He did just turn something off over there, and he was like, "What you know when giraffes, when they bend down, their sort of legs go sort of akimbo, and then they sort of look as though they're about to fall over." That's what you look like. You look like a giraffe trying to bend down.
In ordinary life, Paul, would you make fun of a cripple or a disabled person? No, I don't think you would. So I don't think it's really appropriate.
Yeah,
making
but
fun of me.
you're my partner, so I'm allowed to. Yeah.
Honestly, Paul. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Before I have to stand up and walk around, because sitting for too long, and I am sitting cross-legged as well,
which is
very
really bad,
not very good.
Bad.
But it's a position of comfort. The body always goes to a position of comfort.
Well, tries to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be watching something on TV and he'll be sort of leaning forward and go,
Yeah, all right. They don't need to know any more about my crippled status.
Oh, like that.
I'll cripple you in a minute.
And then he'll go and walk and then go,
I'm not doing it for fun, Paul.
No, but it is funny.
I can't believe this. Can you believe this? The absolute cheek of it, Paul. My lips are dry. Paul, get me the Vivi Balm.
I'll lean forward and get that for you without looking like a giraffe, shall I? Mostly like a hippopotamus instead. Yeah.
Thank you kindly. I'll be shouting orders at you throughout the rest of
today.
Can't even speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to get the tripod as well.
Yeah, I'm not bending down getting things from underneath the sofa, Paul. I don't think so. I've managed to make the bed. It took me half an hour. And I managed to put your clothes away.
Oh, I did notice that because I've taken some of them out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Last time he did his back in, it was from putting a pillow in a pillowcase.
I was sat on the bed.
Yeah, going with a pillowcase.
It was about 6 years ago.
Was it? It wasn't that long ago.
Was. I've not done my back in for a while, not like this.
But it can just happens, doesn't it?
Well, it didn't just happen, that's the
No,
thing.
but sometimes you can just stop yourself doing it, and sometimes you can't, and it just happens.
I've had enough. I'm living it, Paul. Tudor baby dream.
Pompeii baby dream. That's what it should be now.
Oh yeah. We've been watching more history programmes on Pompeii and Tudors.
Yeah.
I'm still obsessed with the Tudor baby dream. I am. I was thinking actually, Tudor baby would make a great brand.
Yeah, it would do.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Edwardian Diary of a Country, Edwardian Lady range. Do you remember?
Yeah, what was it called?
Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady.
Was
There was a
what
whole
it
range
was?
of things.
Yeah.
Toilet roll holder.
Was there I know there were lots of sort of like you would get a diary, exactly, yeah, all of that type of thing. The
Panty pad
obvious.
carrying case.
I don't think that was in it.
You could do a whole Tudor baby.
You could. Oh, do you remember the dancing baby in? Was it Ally McBeal? Yeah. Do you remember the dancing baby memes and things?
Anyway,
yeah.
Mine's much better than that.
Yeah.
My Tudor baby range. Yeah.
Oh, coming
Anyway,
soon. Yeah.
Is that the right date? Yeah.
Oh, it's today.
21st of April. Yeah.
That's tomorrow. So that's
Today.
Sunday. Yeah. That's
today.
Sunday.
It's now.
There we are.
Anyway, weather. Richard and Paul's weather report.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cold. It's like Tudor times again.
I mean, it was 6 degrees this morning, and when I was going to the plot,
It was lower than that.
It was well, when I woke up, it was 6 degrees. I think it had been lower.
I think it was about 4.
When I was going to the plot, I had an undershirt on. I had this on. I had this on, and I thought, oh well, you know, it's sort of 11 degrees. It'll be okay. That wind is chilling, and I was really quite cold by the time I got to the plot. However, I then started doing work and I had to take this off. So you'll see what work I'm doing in a week at the plot. I moved quite a lot of heavy things this week. Well, this morning, in fact. Yeah. But the weather, it's going to remain below average in temperature throughout next week. I think it's going to get to a dizzying height in London of 12 degrees, which is just insane. What are you doing? Have you tuned out?
I think I was zoning out there, Paul, slightly. In a codeine haze.
So, yeah, and however, apart from some really, really heavy showers, it's been generally dry.
And some storms, Paul, don't forget the storms, which you can see a small snippet of in my daily vlogs. Out now. Out now.
I think I was talking to Vivi at one point, and I said, "Oh, there's lightning," and at that point it was over sort of Richmond Kingston way. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, it's going to remain cold, colder than it usually is, at least, and I think that's going to sort of continue into sort of early May. Let's hope by then it gets better. Oh, we've got a bank holiday coming up. Yay!
Beginning of May, and we've got 2 in May.
Yeah.
Spring May Day, Doodah Lala, fertility symbol holiday, and then late spring.
Yes. Yeah.
Before it turns into summer.
Summer. Yeah.
In June.
Yeah.
June. June. June.
Okay, you can carry on now. So what's the week been like, Richard?
So, I've had a bad back.
I think we've done that.
We had a walk at Kew.
Oh, yes, we did.
And I said to Paul, didn't I? I said to you, oh, my back's a bit stiff. Let's go for a good walk at Kew. And you said, my back's been a bit stiff as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, well, it'll do us a good, nice walk, doing nice goodness.
Yeah, stiff thing, loosening.
It'll do us good to go and have a good walk.
Yeah, yeah.
So we did. And we did have a good walk, didn't we? The weather was gorgeous.
It was.
You can see more on the walk at Kew in my daily vlogs.
And in a week at the plot.
Oh, Paul, double goodness.
Q this week.
Double goodness.
Yeah. Oh, and you got a like, didn't you?
Double plus good.
Didn't you? That's your thing going ding dong.
Is it to be?
No, it's your thing.
You
got a like.
Well, I should bloody well hope so. Oh, from Kew.
Yes.
Yes, Kew Gardens liked my post. I feel as though I've made it now.
You've sort of... Have you tagged them before? Did you
yes,
tag them?
I've tagged...
Just,
you know what? This is the thing. This is the thing. Let me tell you the story. What is the story? The story is... Every time I take a photo, I do @Kew Gardens, #Kew Gardens, blah, 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 blah. Look at these beautiful pictures of Kew Gardens. And I've said to you, they never, ever respond. They never like a post, my beautiful, stunning photography available on Facebook. And Planet Vegetaria, that's a Facebook group by Richard and Paul. Richard and Paul since 2017. That's contractual. What was I saying?
You were saying about
Kew,
the like.
That's right.
Yeah.
The like at Kew. Yes. They liked it.
Did you
Hurrah.
tag them in then?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I atted them.
Right.
That's what you do, Paul.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, can't be bothered with all of that.
Well, no, I think it's good that they acknowledged it.
No, I think it is. It is. I mean, they should acknowledge you being an
award-winning photographer.
Award-winning photographer.
My photography journey.
Yeah. How long ago was that now?
I don't know. It was a while ago. I bought my first proper nice camera in 2013.
Was it about?
So it must have been 2015, 16, something
Right.
like that. When I won the competition, I was a runner-up. Anyway, anywho, Paul, that was all lovely. Oh, I think I'm going to burp. No, I'm not going to burp, but I think I'm due more codeine quite soon.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not. Are you? All right.
I only took one and a bit.
One and a bit. There we are.
Anyway, so Paul, you've said to me that you've been feeling a little bit flat this week.
Yeah.
Poor Paul.
It's funny.
Why?
It's been another busy week. So I was down at For Earth's Sake again on Wednesday. All of that is going well, and there's also some.
The new shop, of course, which has opened. A reminder to everybody.
Yeah. So I'm usually there on a Wednesday, not every Wednesday, but usually there on a Wednesday. Had a really good day, and we also met up with another Paul. From who runs the Man in the Moon, which is it's a theatre company that does sort of for students and also for older people. It's sort of mixed age groups over certain times. And we were talking about a new event that is coming up, and that's with Anne Reid from Tango in Halifax and Dinner Ladies and Sanditon and loads of things.
Sanditon? What's Sanditon?
It's it's one of those, things on another platform.
Never heard of it.
It's like that other one, Bridgerton or something that we watched. It's another one like that. Anyway, it's highly successful, and she's in that. And she's doing a fundraising evening of cabaret for Earth's Sake.
She played Jean, didn't she?
In Dinner Ladies. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So that's lovely, and
she did that monologue that time.
A Good Place for Fishing.
Yes. Yes. Was that written by what's his name?
Lumsden. Richard Lumsden.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's really good. You might be able to find that on BBC iPlayer or Sound, BBC Sound or something. But yeah, she's doing a sort of cabaret evening, and she's going to be accompanied by Stefan Bednarczyk, who I last worked with about 20 years ago on a show called The Glee Club, which was at the Bush Theatre, and then we toured it very successfully. So yeah, I'm really sort of quite looking forward to that now. But that's going to happen on the 1st of June, so there'll be more info about that. It's going to be a sort of dinner evening where you have dinner and you have the cabaret, and it's I think tickets are £65 each, something like that. So yeah, that should be a fun evening. So we're organising that at the moment and starting, the sort of pre-production process for that. So yeah,
is Vanessa going to be comparing?
No, I think Cal will be there. Caroline O'Neill, who you may know from Endeavour. She plays Mrs. Thursday in Endeavour. She's going to be there, and I think there may be a Q&A between the two of them.
I think it would be good to do a Q&A.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. So quite full on, actually. That day was quite full on. Then there's been, it's the thing is, when you have meetings, it's not just about what happens in that meeting. You then need to go away and do the work that was discussed in the meeting and make sure that note's taken and all of that. So yeah, it's been quite a busy week. But I sort of was ending the week feeling a little bit flat and a little bit tired, and I think part of that is because we're having the house done at the moment, so that was sort of quite stressful at the beginning of the week.
But not stressful now.
But much less so now. Yes, not at the moment.
Because they're lovely.
They are lovely.
They're lovely men.
But we got to the end of the week, and I was sort of sitting down last night, and I was thinking, gosh, I feel a little bit flat. I really do. And I was thinking, I wonder why that might be. And then I suddenly realised it was Mum's birthday yesterday.
That's why.
And I don't think it was in the forefront of my mind, but I think it would have been Dad's birthday earlier in the month. It would have been Mum's birthday yesterday.
Well, it would have been. I think we have rhythms.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have rhythms of that we're not maybe aware of.
Yeah, exactly.
That something's there and you're thinking, what is it? What is it? Because you would have normally have been thinking about sending your mum a parcel.
Absolutely. Card and parcel and speaking to her, you know. Same with Dad.
Yeah.
You know, Dad's been gone much longer, you know, almost 8 years.
Yeah.
And anyway, and then I sort of thought, oh yeah, I think it might be wrapped around that. And you know, I'm absolutely fine with you know, haven't had any tears or anything. I'm absolutely fine. Had my moments. Had a moment in Lidl a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, anyway, it's so there was a sort of reason behind it, and also last week I was talking about the anxiety that I had about the start of work on the house, and actually that turned out to be fully justified because for completely different reasons. It was a really stressful day when the scaffold people turned up. Nothing to do with the scaffold people, who were absolutely lovely.
Nothing to do with our builders, but everything to do with our neighbours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we won't go into that.
No.
No.
So it was stressful. You know, it was stressful. But hey ho, the scaffold is up. There's lots of work that has gone on, and most of you won't know that the front of our house is pebble dashed.
It was
pebble dashed many decades ago, and that pebble dash had blown, and the guy came to me and said, we're either going to have to take out we're going to have to take out the bits that are blown and plaster them, and then we may have to do a sort of skim the whole front. And anyway, I said that's absolutely fine. You know, we're not great fans of pebble dash. And then when it came down to it, he knocked on the door, and about half an hour later he said, I think I've got good news. And he showed me various other areas of the pebble dash that had blown, and we determined, or he said, it would be easier to take the pebble dash off completely. So what has happened is the pebble dash has all come off. So our house is now back to the original render of 1854, which I think is fantastic.
So that's being repaired, any patches and cracks filled, and then it's going to be painted. So they start painting next week.
Yeah.
With the undercoat to begin with, which will be a white undercoat, and then I will choose the colour. I'm thinking Suffolk pink.
No, you're not.
Why not?
No, you're not.
Why not?
You're
a lovely
not.
pink house.
You're not.
Will stand out.
It will stand out, yeah.
No, I'm not really. It's going to be a very, very pale off-white. Not a cream. I don't really like cream. I prefer a very, very pale off-white, slightly grey. Still good. Bright. The same colour that we did the little bit of work that we did outside. The vestibule.
Last year.
And the columns.
Yeah.
And the windowsills. It's a pale white grey. I think it's called ashen white, I think.
There we are.
So that's what I like.
And what he's also done
and the window frames in brown, because they're wood.
What he's also done is the lintels of the windows, you know, which are, you know, 18... So they're 170 years old. They over the years they've become sort of quite damaged on some of them, so he's made those all good as well. So they're all nice and sort of square and lovely. So
it's all good. They're really nice guys, Simon and Daniel. Just really pleasant, good to chat to. We've all had a good chat, and you know, we check their progress, and they're doing a really good job. So we're really, really pleased. And they're making good progress as well. Yeah. So that's great. We will at some point do a little bit of film of the scaffold in place.
Well, if
Have
you're
you
on,
done some?
I haven't done film, but if you're on Coffee, you'll be able to see the photo I took yesterday of how it was yesterday with all the scaffold off and the original render. So yeah, that's on there.
Yeah. So all good. All good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Right, next. So, Paul, because it's not a long one this week, because Have I said I got a bad back?
I think we're all very clear about that, yeah.
Because I need to get up. I can feel it going like that now.
Yeah.
I need to
And of
walk
course,
around.
whenever he does it, you're like,
I can't believe you, Paul. Next time you're ill, you ain't getting no sympathy whatsoever.
I'm giving you sympathy. It's sort of quite amusing at the same time. Yeah.
It's not amusing for me.
No, it's not.
I can tell you right
Poor
now.
you.
I
Poor
know.
you.
I just can't go on. I'm going to do a whole video series on my bad back journey, and then I'll get lots of views, and you'll be jealous.
Oh no, I don't think I will be. No.
No, let's finish.
What have we been watching this week?
What have we watched?
What have we watched?
What have we watched? Well, we've started Rebel Moon Part 2, but I fell asleep.
You did,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
not because it was boring, just because I was ready for bed. And it was really difficult for me to go up the stairs.
Oh yeah, I had to lock the door last night. Yeah, that's one of the jobs that Richard does, locking the front door.
To lock the door.
Can't bend to lock the door. So I had to do that.
We continue with Loot Season 2, which I really love. I love it. I love her. I think she's so funny.
And it's coming out as a weekly now.
Yeah,
so I
wait
think we
a
watched
week.
3 of the new series. Yeah.
We continue with the Top of the Pops reruns, although I found that episode a little bit long, a little bit boring. It was a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it was a look back at the year episode. I think that's what it was.
Whatever, Paul.
Yeah.
But it was presented by Björk.
Yeah. Björk and
yeah, what's his name?
God,
Comedian.
Huge comedian in the
he's
sort of
really old
2000s.
now. What's his name?
Gone. It's gone. Yeah.
It's a man
Yeah.
with a haircut.
It's quite acerbic.
Oh,
and
shh. No, it's coming.
he was an actor as well.
It's coming.
Jack
D.
Jack D. Yeah, Jack D.
Jack D.
Did like Jack D.
Jack D.
Yeah.
We also watched The Joy of ABBA.
Yes, which was another ABBA special thing.
Yes.
You
Of
know,
course,
with the
wonderful.
50 years of Eurovision, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, you know, when I think about the influence it had on me as a child, I mean, I'm sure me and my sisters grew up singing with Swedish accents. I'm pretty sure.
Did they have Swedish accents when they sang?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You can pick out bits that are very not English. You know? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Some of our friends have been, my friends actually, have been in Mamma Mia, and Benny and Bjorn are still sort of very involved with that to make sure that the songs are sung as ABBA sang them, rather than as sort of, you know...
An interpretation.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And we continue with the 80s supermarket series as well. This week was about aspirational food, posh food, so-called posh food.
Yeah. Which is basically food, so it's the sort of higher levels of branding that supermarkets have for their premier ranges, which is basically where, where they make more margin, they make more money. So yeah, that was quite interesting. And of course Rusty Lee was there.
And they were doing toasties at one point. Not that was high-end food, but you had to buy a toasty maker and they weren't cheap.
Oh, they weren't.
But the thing about toasted sandwich makers in those days with those scalloped designs on the Breville, this is not a sponsored
No, it's not.
video.
But if Breville want to send us a free
Send us a
sandwich
toasty
maker, yeah,
that's fine. We had a toasty maker, but it ended up on the top of the shelf, covered in grease, frankly, because they were so difficult to clean.
I think now they go in the dishwasher.
If it's an insert that can go in the dishwasher, I'd be quite happy to have a toasty maker.
Yeah, but the thing is with toasty makers, there's always cheese in it, isn't there? And cheese isn't really good for us to have on a regular basis.
You can do them with baked beans.
Well,
baked
you can
bean
do.
One was lovely.
Yeah, but baked beans on toast is just the same.
Baked bean toasty. I could just eat one of those now.
But they were the sort of.
Paul,
no, I'm not
go
doing
to the
one.
cafe and get me a toasty. I'm crippled.
Occasionally, when we go to places like Kew, we now take 2 rice. Well, we have like rice cake sandwiches. So we have rice cakes with a bit of spread and some yeast extract, Marmite, and maybe a very thin slice of cheese.
Yeah.
And but we used to have bagels, and we occasionally do if we're going up north. Sometimes I think, oh well,
because they're
I'll get
higher
a bagel.
calorie.
So if you don't eat them, they're fantastic to
Toasted.
then put into a frying pan and dry fry and toast. Absolutely lovely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Squashed down a bit. With a spatula.
Yeah. Absolutely. There was a toasted sandwich shop in.
Pardon me.
Richard.
I do apologise. That just came out of nowhere. I had to let it out.
In the Square Mile in London, in the financial district,
shush now,
and they would make them with
honestly.
two pieces of sort of really nice bread, and you'd pick your fillings, and they sort of do it on a griddle. That was fantastic. Yeah,
whatever. And ice magic as well.
Oh, ice magic. Yeah.
Ice magic, that chocolate sauce. I mean, basically, it's made out of fat.
It's made out of coconut oil, sunflower oil, and flavourings, and something that
And
sort
some
of
chocolate.
emulsifies them all. No, I don't think there's any chocolate, is there? Oh yeah, the chocolate one will have chocolate.
It's all chocolate, Paul.
Yeah.
That's what they were, chocolate.
Yeah, but it apparently they're still available. Was it in America or Australia? Australia still has
That's
them.
right. Ice magic.
Oh, they were, and they had that like fluted sort of top that yeah.
And we finished to the manor born. Spoiler alert! They get married.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's a spoiler alert, considering it's about sort of 30 years after it happened. But I think it is.
It's lovely.
It's an interesting one because I've never looked into this, but each series, there's 3 series. The first 2 have 6 episodes, and the third one has 7. And in that 7th episode, you get the marriage. And the 7th episode really wraps everything up of the first sort of, 18 episodes.
But there were a couple of specials as well.
There were some specials afterwards, where they look back on the marriage and things like that. But I did shed a tear at that, because I think that the transformation from the ball that Audrey is having because she's got the manor back to the white wedding, I just think it's a glorious transformation. And it in that last 25 seconds, it all comes together, and I think it's amazing. I think it's an amazing piece of television to wrap all that up.
Lovely. Thanks for that, Paul.
Well, I do.
Super duper
I do.
special,
I think it's lovely.
smashing lovely. All the nice words that I can think of at the moment.
Amazing.
So it's time to say goodbye now. Say goodbye, Paul.
Goodbye,
Say goodbye.
Paul.
No, you don't say goodbye, Paul. You say goodbye.
We were
viewers.
watching Robson and Jerome on Top of the Pops yesterday. They were singing.
Well, we were tolerating
something. I thought Robson, I think he's such a good actor. He was really playing that role, But it was quite funny when they sort of finished the song, and of course the audience started clapping. Robson was clapping as well, and I think he was.
65% of the audience don't know who Robson and Jerome are.
Well, Google Robson and Jerome. They were a huge singing duo that actually came out of a TV programme.
Yeah, we're saying goodbye now.
And they were incredibly successful. Were they Stock Aitken and Waterman?
So that's it for this
was
week's
something
show.
like that.
That's it for this week's show. That's Richard and Paul's Sunday Chat.
Sunday Chat!
Thank you for watching, and we do hope that you've something the show. Enjoyed
possibly.
Enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
And everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And you've got to crawl up the stairs now and do the
I've got
editing.
to get off the sofa first, Paul. Not sure
Off the
how that's going to
sofa,
happen.
through the door, up one flight of stairs.
Usually what happens is
along a landing.
everything has to
Up
be
another
used
flight of
to
stairs,
hold on to.
Up again.
All around.
And then into the door.
Crawling,
and then through to the
crawling,
desk.
crawling. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bananas!
Tits and bums.